Hey everybody, Jeff Joyner here. And today I got some advice for those of you who have young kids or plan on having kids. And you know, my wife and I have three awesome kids. They're not really kids anymore. They're basically all grown up now. And we're certainly not perfect parents. We've made a lot of mistakes, but we've done some things right too, and we've learned some lessons. And today I want to tell you about something we did that I think can help you make sure that your kids don't grow up to be spoiled brats. You know, it's a tricky thing when you have kids that you want to give them the world. You want to be able to provide things for your kids. A lot of you want to provide things for your kids that you didn't have when you were a kid. You know, but you don't want to spoil them. And so you want them to learn the value of $1. You want them to be able to learn how to, work for money when they become teenagers and handle their finances. But what do you do when they're little kids? And especially around Christmas time, right? When you want to get something, that your kids are going to love. You want to give them lots of presents. And there's all kinds of advice out there, right? I've seen advice that, you may have seen the 4 presents advice that you should give your kids, something they want, something they need, something to wear, and something to read. I've heard that before, and that's kind of a cool idea. I'd say our experience, we get, toys and games and things when the kids were little. But what we noticed is that as the kids started, I'm talking about when they were small, when they were like, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they started getting a little present grubby at Christmas time. I want this. I want that. Here's my Christmas list. And I better get everything on here. And like, hey guys, this is not how it works. And so we made a decision to try something that really, really worked out great. And what we did is one year we said, all right, kids, we got a new family rule this year. Everyone has to make something for everyone else in the family. Homemade gifts. And we're still going to get you some, stuff that you want from the store or whatever. But on Christmas Eve, we're going to open all the homemade gifts. And everybody, kids, you have to make something for me, something for mom, something for your brother, something for your sister. And everybody has to do that. We're going to do that on Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas Day, we'll open up, the store-bought stuff, the games and toys, etc. And so everybody got kind of excited about it and started working on kind of like little, craft ideas. And we did it the first year, and it was so cool to see how excited the kids got about giving, right? Christmas is all about giving. It's not about gimme, gimme, gimme. And so we did this for, probably 6 or 7 years. And just amazing creativity, right? The stuff that these kids made for each other and made for us, and we made for them. And it really become a very, very special part. I'll give you some examples, and I got some pictures in here too. The kids would make drawings and put them in a frame or a painting. My daughter Amanda has always been really good at drawing. And I remember one year she made a really cool drawing of all of her brother Logan's favorite Disney characters and actors from the Disney Channel and put it in a frame. Then I took that same picture and made it into an iron-on shirt, and that's what I gave Logan, was a shirt. And painted pottery that we made. And I remember Natalie a couple times over the years wrote really cool stories, right? Like, I wrote this story for you, and it's like a little, book form, and sock puppets and refrigerator magnets and Christmas ornaments and decorated, painted boxes. There's one year my wife and I had gone to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico to celebrate the wedding of some of our best friends. And she was standing on the beach, and I took my camera and I took like 8 pictures. And then I photoshopped them all together and made this one long, really cool picture of her standing, with her back to the camera, in front of the Pacific Ocean. Just a really, really cool, gift that I was able to give her that year. And one year for Logan, he was really, I don't know if anybody remembers for this from your childhood, the show A Hole in the Wall, where they have like a foam wall with a cutout of
Human meatball. Wall human.
So I went and got a big piece of styrofoam from Home Depot and cut it out in a shape and painted it. And made Logan his own hole in the wall game. And we would like, boop, 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 move this thing closer and closer to him. And he would try to fit himself through the wall. And it just was so many cool and happy memories And it kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone. I'm not a naturally crafty person, but I got really into making some of these gifts. Natalie and I one year made for Amanda. She had won 2 gold medals at USA Karate Nationals. And so we took an old table that we had. I don't know where we got it, probably at a garage sale. And we went and got some tile, like some kitchen or bathroom tile. And we made a tile depiction of Amanda standing in her karate gi with her gold medals, and gave her that table. Here you go, Amanda. We made a table for you. And she loved it, and we still got that table. And we always will, I hope she keeps it, forever. And we all got so into it. My favorite gift I ever made. I loved all the gifts I got, but I really got into the giving spirit too. And it's so much more fun to make something for somebody than just go buy it at the store. Although that's good too, especially if you've worked for, your money, then, you've basically traded hours of your life for that gift. That's certainly a cool thing. But my favorite homemade gift was I made a scrapbook for my wife. At the time, I think we had been together since we started dating for a total of 19 years. And the scrapbook was my 19 favorite moments in the 19 years, that we've been dating or married. And I'd go down to Michael's Crafts, and I'm in the scrapbook section, and I'm getting all the employees. I went there so many times. They're like, "Hey, Jeff's back. All right, I need some advice on how do you cut these and paste them and trimming and decorating." And but I made this scrapbook, and as you're going through it, it's one page is our first date, one page is the day we got married, the day we went to Kings Island. The day after we got engaged. One page was getting engaged. The next page was a day that we went to Kings Island, a cruise that we went on together, special memories we had, a time that she did karaoke and sang a song for me. And I got to put so much time and energy into that scrapbook. But the feeling when she opened that and was going through that book, and I know she cherishes it, and I cherish, the fact that I have somebody that I love enough, that I was willing to put that much time into a gift. And so I got to tell you that this experience really brought our family together in a very special way. I think after 6 or 7 years, we kind of stopped doing it because we were running out of craft ideas. It was starting to be more pressure as the kids got older. But I'm really glad we did it when the kids were young. And to this day, all of our kids, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know, whatever. But they all know what they want to give each other for Christmas. And I think it went partially toward, there's other elements, of course, but partially toward creating, a giving spirit in these kids, which is something that's going to benefit them for the rest of their lives. Because in very real ways, the quality of your life is going to be based on what you give. And what you give to other people, that's how you create happiness, is by taking your eyes off yourself and serving and giving to others. But it always comes back to you too as well, which is a pretty cool thing. And so just an idea for you, if you're looking for something fun to do with your family here over the holidays, maybe come up with, do the same kind of thing where you're giving some homemade gifts. If you try it and you get some good results, send me a message and let me know. And some of you guys maybe are younger and don't have kids yet. Just put this idea away, right? Or maybe when you have grandkids, you can do something like this with them. But hopefully that idea is worthwhile, and we can all avoid having spoiled brats for kids, because nobody wants that. All right, thanks. If I don't talk to you again before Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you and your family have an amazing, wonderful time together during this holiday season.